Hi everybody, it's Rexanna with Past Present Herbs, and today we are going to go over a few herbs. This is about, the second part is about being prepared at all times, and we are well into the winter months, and this is going to be part of that series. And basically, I just have in front of me, and I'll take the camera and we'll go over each one. This is some tinctures that I have made right here. This is some fresh, and this is my homemade concoction right here. This is some homemade cough syrup. This is just honey and some garlic. And this is some fresh herbs right here. And what we're gonna do, I'm gonna set you up here, is we're gonna go over being prepared at all times. You can make your own apothecary, and being your own herbalist, you can be your own home herbalist, is very simple. It starts from water, teas, herbs, and just basically, you know, you can take something as simple as water, and that's something that you can use to boil and have clean fresh water is very precious. And you can make a tea if you're not feeling very good, if you feel a little run down, if you're unable to rest at night. I use lemon balm because lemon balm is an antiviral, it's an antibacterial. Lemon balm is very good for blood pressure, and it's very good for a lot of different things in the body that we don't even know about or think about. A lot of people use this in the summer and in the winter months. It's good to combine with other herbs, but lemon balm is something I keep on hand. It's something I grow in my backyard. It's something that I order and I keep. I share with friends, I share with family. It's just a good herb, and you can use lemon balm and as a topical ointment. It's good for the skin. Just can't say enough about lemon balm. I know very many other people that are not herbalists that drink this. It's good for children. They can drink it. If you mix it as an ointment, make an ointment out of it. I have a video, I think I have over 5,000 views on it, where people love making lemon balm ointment. And the reason they use it is for mosquito bites, bug bites, anything. In the summer, it's used a lot. Lemon balm tea to calm down, to get ready to take a bath and go to bed. It's very widely used. And now I'm going to move on to my lung support tea, and this is used mainly in the winter or any time that somebody's getting sick. This is for coughs, colds, and pain relief in the lung and chest area. And I always keep mullein. I grow mullein out in my backyard, and it has marshmallow. Marshmallow is great for decongestant. It's good for pain. It's good for your stomach. Calendula, we know, is good for keeping things, it's good for the stomach. It's also good for nasal. It's good for, you know, your, there's a word I'm not using. I've got ginger, elderberry, chamomile, and echinacea. Echinacea is your natural antibiotic. But it's really good if you've got anything going on that you need. I don't want to say dry up, because it will just keep things going and flowing is what that's the word I say. And you know, you use this for about 2 to 3 times a day for about a week, and you'll get things gone. It will just, I use that along with my tincture, which is elderberry and echinacea tincture. These two things right here, and usually within a week, if you got a cough and a cold, it'll be gone. And even people that have earaches, that works really good. Okay, and I always keep this extra. This is This is dehydrated ginger, because you can make just extra ginger tea, or you can actually add extra, these two extra. Some people like extra ginger. I'm one of those people. It's a synergy type thing. It gets things really, you know, when you're cold and you want some more heat to the body. I'm usually very hot natured in the summer and very cold natured in the winter. So I like to add extra heat to get things nice and heated up in the winter when I'm cold. And that's a great herb to add extra heat to the body. Another really good one that I like, now this is for allergies, and that's your goldenrod and peppermint. And goldenrod doesn't taste bad, but I just like to add a little bit of peppermint just to give it a little bit better stimulant and a little bit better energy, I guess. And that's if I'm not feeling really good with my allergies, or if I have a urinary tract infection. This is a great tincture. Usually it works faster as a tincture, but you can also drink goldenrod if you have a urinary tract infection, or even as a tea. And you can also add your marshmallow, or you can add your ginger and get things going really quickly. Goldenrod is good by itself if you're going to have a urinary tract infection, or I just put peppermint with it because I just like it. I like peppermint, but it's good. And you drink lots of water if you have a urinary tract infection, of course. And then you also, if you're just doing it for allergies though, it usually works after 3 days. You're just feeling a lot better. You're not feeling punky. You're not feeling drained and all that kind of stuff. So I like goldenrod. Other things that you can have on hand is you can have nettles. I love nettles. Nettles is great. And I do have nettles. I just didn't pull it out here. Something else that I really like, because I do have asthma, and I have a history of not being able to breathe really good in this wonderful Texas climate that we have. Wild cherry wild cherry bark, and this is with I do have this is with glycerin, and then I do have and I may have to step over here. Oops, my dog got in the way. If I have it, yeah, this is an old bottle. This is a wild cherry cough syrup. This is a decongestant, and I make this with, I didn't write everything down, and I should do that. This one is going out of, it's expiring. So this is my new one. This is black cherry, and I also do this with, This is half of it. The other half of it is made with an alcohol of, my mind just went blank. I'll think of it here in just a minute. This one is just something that stays on my counter all the time, and I fill it up. This is kind of getting real watery, but I don't worry about it. I just put it in my tea. This is not going to smell like garlic anymore. Like, I haven't put any new in here in probably over 2 weeks. And I probably won't do it for about another 2 weeks. But see how dark in color that is? I'll use up probably half of this. I just get like 2 or 3 cloves now, because the cloves don't even taste like garlic. I'll use about half of this, and then I'll wait and fill it completely full where it's really tight in here. And then I will put in more fresh honey. And then it'll be kind of clear, or not totally clear. It'll just look more amber, more where it's not so dark. But I got this thing pretty full, and I haven't used much of the honey. I'm gonna put more of the honey in there in my teas. I use maple syrup a lot, and But what I do, just got through, I'm just going to brag on the Lord. I use all this and I give the glory and the credit to the Lord, because I just had a picture of my heart done. It's called a scan. And my cardiologist, who I had to go to him because I was real sick in the past, he said, I know, we got to see if you're going to have a heart attack, because they just thought they saw something. And I just prayed about it. And I said, I'm not having a heart attack. I did have chest pain when I had to go to the hospital, but I was sick. And when you're sick, your body gets off. Anyway, I'm not going to go into all that. But anyway, I told him nothing's wrong. He said, but you have a family history. You have a family history. You most certainly. He was really doing his homework, trying to make sure. And but I just prayed and I said, I break all those generational curses, and I prayed, and the Lord gave me great scriptures and great word. And I said, I'm not gonna. There's not gonna be anything wrong with me. And so I just really, Lord, He gives us great promises in His word, and I just said, no, Lord, no, no, no. That was then, just a couple months ago, but I know I'm healed. I know I'm healed. And sure enough, yes. So when this is an old-timey remedy, but it is so powerful. This garlic and honey, you got to let it ferment. The fermentation process takes out that taste of garlic, and just 1 or 2 cloves a day, and you don't have to worry about that bad breath and all that. But anyway, I went in and I got it, and he told me, he said, you know what, you're too healthy for a cardiologist. He said, you have 0 chances of ever having a heart attack. He said, you have to score a 0 on this scan, that if you score a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, or 5, your chances of, you have to come back and see me over and over and over again. So I scored a 0. And he said, nobody ever scores a 0. And, I was so pleasantly surprised, because I didn't know anything about that. I don't know any of that stuff, any about the testing of the cardiology, because this is a new scan for people that have a family history of all this. So I didn't know anything about that. And so I just went in there with complete faith that I was going to pass. And he told me, he said, every one of his patients, they score, like they have a problem. And he said, you are too healthy. He said, you don't need me. And I said, well, praise the Lord. I said, okay. He said, you go. He said, Miss, Rexanna, he said, you go and you have a happy Thanksgiving, and you have no reason to come back here. And I said, yay, 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 yay. So I was so happy. No cholesterol, 0 chance of having a heart attack. And I was like, yay. So I was praising God. So anyway, back to the video. You always got to be mindful of everything that you consume, whether it's whether you're drinking water. Is it good water? Is it going to edify me? Is it a supplement that's good for me? Just because they say that it's good, is it good for me? Is it healthy for me and my body? What do you have currently going on? If I have cholesterol in my body, I need to make sure what I'm eating, is that good for me? And just because a doctor tells you this is what you need to do, do your own research, do your own investigation. I meet so many people every day, and so many people tell me, well, they told me I was supposed to do this, or they told me I was supposed to do that, but I just didn't feel right about it. And I'm like, oh man, you're so smart, And really, that's what we are supposed to stay prepped up on, because this is not, you can't go into the store and buy this. This is for allergies, but it's also got a dual purpose. It can also help you with your urinary tract infection. So that's going to save you money. This right here is good for your allergies, but it's also good. And you can grow this in your backyard. It's called goldenrod, and it's a beautiful yellow flower. And so it's great to grow in your backyard. Not only will it make your garden look beautiful, but it's good for allergies. And it's also good for all kinds of other different things. I'd have to refresh myself by looking, but it's really good. And so you can make it into a tincture, or you can just drink it as a tea. It's really good either way. Now I'm going to have to put in the bottom of the description, because I'm really kind of in a rush. I've got a lot of things going on right now, but I'm wanting to say, let me look real quick. Let me stop this. Okay, I found it. It's cranberry tincture, and it's based in alcohol. And then you marry that with your wild cherry bark. It's in glycerin. And when you put these two together, I still have this in my glycerin. Now the glycerin, excuse me, when the glycerin, it gets with the alcohol, that's what gives it its shelf-stable life. Glycerin on its own is good. And it's good for, mainly I use this as a cough syrup, and is really good. Now when you smell it, you do still smell that little bit of alcohol, but the glycerin is what gives it's really good flavor. It's like what you used to find on these shelves back in the early 1900s, probably before Prohibition, and maybe even right after Prohibition. But the really good thing about this is it works really well. Now you can make this, you can put the two herbs together in the glycerin without the alcohol. Some people, especially parents that don't want any alcohol introduced into their children, but it won't be that shelf stable. Probably, you could do it probably right up to a year. There's a lot of controversy, but you might have to keep this in the refrigerator to make it last. But you could put it out on the counter to let it warm up. But I mean, in the middle of the night, you're gonna need to take it out of the refrigerator and give it to your child. That's why I use a little bit of alcohol with it and put them two together, because it works to just that little bit of alcohol. A teaspoon of alcohol is actually going to relax the child and help the child to rest, and it relaxes those muscles in the throat. So the cranberry bark is what relaxes the muscles. I put it in with my other tincture for asthma. It relaxes the muscles and calms the muscles down in the throat where you're just coughing and coughing and coughing. It relaxes the muscles even in the child to where they can relax and go to sleep. And of course we know wild cherry bark is really good for relaxing all the muscles and keeping you from coughing, and it does in the chest. It does all in here where you're able to relax. And I use up to 2 tablespoons. I mean, 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons, but you can use up to, as an adult, you can use up to a tablespoon, and it relaxes you, it helps you sleep. And I mean, you can use it during the day. You can use it 2 to 3 times a day. And a child can use it 2 to 3 times a day, but your dosage level goes to a teaspoon for a child. And I mean, I really enjoy using it. I mean, it was completely full, and you can see we didn't use it all that much because I use other tinctures and other herbs. And we just had, when we get to this point, we don't really get sick that much because we really take care of our immune system. Anyway, that's all for now. This is mainly going to be about taking care of your immune system, eating really good, staying hydrated. Of course, we don't wear masks, but we do stay primarily away from a lot of people. We don't isolate, of course. We do spend time with family and friends, but we don't, like if we're sick, we say, okay, well, we'll stay away while you're sick and then we'll come back, you know. But, you know, we just pray and ask our Heavenly Father to give us wisdom, and we always pray and give Him praise. And we believe that's a very important part of our daily lives, in giving Him praise and giving Him thanks, and always asking Him for His wisdom and knowledge. We are believers, and we give Him thanks for what He gives us. You know, eat according, you know, don't eat a bunch of junk food this time of year, because everybody's making cookies. Everybody's trying to throw all that good stuff your way, which is not really good. And, you know, if you stay on a really good diet, and some people ask, what is a really good diet? Because things get kind of confusing this time of year, because everybody's trying to make their favorite old-fashioned goodies, you know. But do everything in moderation, you know. Have a little spoon, a little spoon. You know, I tell people, this is a serving spoon, you know. And if you eat just a spoon, this is a big difference. You know, eat just a spoon of this, not a spoon of that. You know what I'm saying? That's a big difference. And if you just put a little spoon of something on your plate instead of a big spoon of that, I mean, you're not cheating yourself. You're rewarding yourself by staying away from something. And you're not cheating yourself. Some people say, well, I feel cheated. I didn't get enough. Change your mentality. Change your mentality. Say, you know what? I feel really good that I didn't have that banana pudding, or I didn't have that cheesecake. Because banana pudding and cheesecake are big in my family. But you know what? They are loaded with sugar. And if I have just a little tiny bite of that banana pudding, that's enough. That's all I need. And you know what? Cinnamon rolls. Think about all that sugar on top of there. I tried to eat one the other day, and all in the middle was all that cinnamon, all that icing. I couldn't even eat it. It was so sweet, so sugary. I couldn't eat it. Now, I'm just going to tell you, if you get used to not eating all that sugar, you're going to be like me. It's too sweet. I can't eat it. I just can't eat it. My body has gotten used to not eating sugar. And so when I do try to eat something that's really sweet, it grosses me out, because you know what? My body's getting used to pushing it away. Push it away. And I eat things that, like, I'll eat an apple, which is my sweet thing, and I'll put peanut butter on my apple, because it's a protein. So the things that are really sweet, push them away. Push them away. Push them away. And the things that are a really good treat are like an apple. And I eat that with joy. And I put peanut butter on it. So, okay, I'm really going to close for now. Okay? So you guys, I hope if I don't hear from you until Thanksgiving, you know, I'm going to try to do one more before Thanksgiving. But if I don't, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And I'm going to try to do one more video on hormones. And I'm going to try to do one more video on staying prepared. And you guys, could you please do me a favor and do a like? Give me a comment. And if you like this, if you didn't like this, and what else do you want to hear about? Tell me, how else can we stay prepared? Okay? It was really good doing this video for y'all. And tell me, what other herb do you want to know about? What other herb can we talk about? And like, what other kind of things do you guys want to hear from me on? Because I would love to hear from you guys. Okay, you guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.